Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope you can see my screen. Uh, this is going to be the recording for a live web demo for Headstarter Week 1, Project 1, which is the portfolio website. So this is going to be my portfolio website that I created. Um, I really like I really like the design of the website. I picked it from one of the provided HTML templates that were given right here. So if you go here, the one I chose is called Stellar right here. This is the one that I chose for my website. I really like the design, especially the fact that um it's like it doesn't look like a quote unquote like a traditional website with navigation bar. I know you've seen mentioned that usually it's better to leave off navigation bar, but for me personally, I still like having navigation bars because, sort of tells you the structure of the website. So I sort of have this because it's not essentially like covering the entire website, but also just for, easy access. And yeah, I kind of like the style of it. So, first things first, obviously change the name. So the cool thing about this, well, it's a subtle but cool thing is that when you load it, you have this sort of slight animation. It's pretty sleek. I like it. I didn't change, so if you can see, as you can see, I didn't change the logo because I think it looks cool. Like it kind of goes with what I'm trying to sort of, you know, portray from a website, like, data practitioner, developer. I think this logo is pretty cool, so I kept it. Uh, for legal reasons, I don't know if I'm allowed to, but for now, we'll just keep it. And then, uh, first things first, obviously, I have my title here. I think it's important to add it. And then I added my socials right below it. Obviously, you can obviously add it in the contact, but I think it's also good to add them, at the top. So, just for like if they want to go directly into your LinkedIn and whatnot, I think it's good to add it at the top as well, along with your contacts. Right. So coming to the homepage, pretty simple, just a little about me, and then a little picture, um, you know, for obviously to showcase, and then I think on the home page, adding the resume is also a good thing because if they don't want to scroll through all this, they just want to get your resume. You can obviously click it and it's a downloadable resume, and then so you can see my resume right here. And then so at the end, I talked about my projects. I said I came with experience working with data and developed strong analytical and problem solving skills, and head over to the project section to see some of my work. So because in the homepage I mentioned that, head over to the project section to see my work. I think adding the project section right away, it's better for me at least to sort of make the transition easier. So in the project section, I didn't change much. I was gonna change these icons and like add images of my projects. So like some diagrams or like some charts or models that I built. But um for some reason I couldn't because it's like a span class. I'm gonna make the change later on, but for the time being, I think it still looks pretty awesome. So I kept it as is, but I'll change it later on. But here are some of the projects that I did, and I just sort of have a little description of the projects, because I wish these were like clickable links. But again, like I said, for the time being, we'll just leave it as is, and we'll change it later on as we work through the fellowship. And then for the projects, because, like I said, there are links, you can sort of click this, that will take you to my GitHub, and you can see all the other projects that I did. So another thing to notice, or sort of funny, is that uh, these are like sort of data science projects that I did for my course, like throughout my coursework. So I have these in R, right? So I have this in R, and I have them in I have another portfolio in Quarto. So I have these in a quarter portfolio, and because it's much easier to, show the code and the graphs and whatnot. But with GitHub, it's not that easy. So that's why if you go to my GitHub, you won't see these projects here. So again, like I said, it's not completely finished, but for the time being, I'll just leave it as is. But as time goes on, I'll add these projects from my Corridor portfolio to the GitHub as well. So yeah, and then right here, even though you'll notice it says about, but it's just my education, skills, and experiences. I think combining all these three sections into one place for me, it works fine because like I think it just looks cool. So yeah, here my education, my relevant coursework. I think that's important. In case you have some relevant coursework that can sort of boost your resume. I think it's important to include them. So I have included some of the coursework that I did. And then, I have my technical skills and programming languages and my experience. So again, like because I don't have any sort of rigorous experience as of yet, or like in a professional experience. I think having a small experience section with some of the experiences that I have, I think it's good to highlight that. And then of course, if they want to look further, they can go onto my resume and see all the experiences that I have. Right. So then moving on, and the last part is contact. So I didn't know what to add other than just a few words because I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it for the contact, just a few words, and then my LinkedIn, GitHub, and my email. So you'll notice if you click the email, it doesn't take you to email because obviously, it's not connected. Because I remember doing it with just the email, but it says couldn't connect yet. So like, there's a GET request and whatnot. So I didn't bother doing it as of now, but if you just click it, it will show up right here at the bottom, mail to md.org, or if you don't want to do that, just see here, my email is right here. So yeah, and then obviously if you click my LinkedIn, it takes you to my LinkedIn right here. Um, right, so it takes you to my LinkedIn, and then my GitHub, like I said, takes you to the GitHub, and yeah, that's it. And then obviously, if you don't scroll up, you can just press back to top, and it takes you to the top. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my website. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.